Hi, good afternoon. This is Ira Sahai. I'm a metabolic health coach, a member of dLife, and also its media head. In the series in which we are bringing to you the dLife Diploma course reviews, he has a very special man, one of the top guns in, when you say LCHF, and doing keto himself, Mr. Shashikant Iyengar, who's a dLife member and is also a certified metabolic health coach from dLife. He's India's most certified metabolic health coach. And Shashi, welcome.
Thank you, Ira, for inviting me.
Your list of accomplishments is endless. So I thought I'd rather give the mic to you to explain a bit about yourself and why did you feel the need to study nutrition, having come from a 35 plus year of pharma background.
Yeah, so my story starts somewhere in September 2015 when I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. So in October 2015, I found dLife, and Anup was the only person that time I could find online who was suggesting something called as LCHF for diabetes, low carb, high fat diet. So I joined dLife that time, and I parallelly did a lot of research, and I found out that low carb or high fat, higher protein diet was the optimal way to control diabetes, and there were a lot of historical evidences suggesting that this is the optimal way to control diabetes without medication. So I immediately switched on, maybe in a little gradual manner, but I immediately got convinced of the concept, switched on, and my HbA1c, which was 7.2, uh, got lowered to 5.2 within 3 months, or rather the fourth month itself. So this gave me a lot of confidence that low carb is the way to go. And from there on, I managed my blood sugars very well. And with the help of dLife and Anup Singh, and finally, I was in remission, and I'm still in remission for around 8.5 years without any medication. Though I took metformin initially for some time, just one tablet just to cover up. But now you see that for quite a number of years I'm without medication, and this spurred my interest because have a pharma background where I used to sell anti-diabetics. So I have a good knowledge of all the anti-diabetics which I have myself promoted, and I have promoted to doctors. I have a lot of diabetics in my family. So I'm used to seeing diabetes in my family right from my childhood. I saw diabetes in my father and in all the uncles and grandfathers and grandmothers. So diabetes is very closely related. And in pharma, I used to sell anti-diabetics, cardiovascular disease, cardiovascular medications. So I have very good understanding. But I always thought that I understood nutrition better. But when I myself got diabetes, then I realized that I know nothing about nutrition, and from there I've learned, and now you know the history. I think uh, then a time came where you want me to talk about the diploma also course also. So 2020, of course, I when dLife launched diploma course, I immediately joined and acquired the certification. And meanwhile, I also acquired a lot of other certifications and all. And one final day, I decided that I will quit my job and do full-time metabolic health coach. So here I am for 1.5 years working as a metabolic health coach, leaving behind the corporate jobs.
Mm. Shashi, you've been associated with the founding of dLife itself, and you've been associated with Anup from much before I think dLife was founded. And you are aware how he started talking about low carb. So, what was the founding principle of dLife, and how do you see the course that was launched in 2020, of which you are also a part? How do you see it has helped you, or if it's into the Indian market?
See, the unique point about dLife is everything is Indianized. So when we go online and read about low carb, we usually find something like everything is meat, fish, egg based, bacon, beef based. Whereas dLife was the only one which was promoting the flexible low carb approach of 100 grams, which I think was pioneered by Anup Singh, based on certain principles on which we work, like the glycogen storage capacity of liver. And his flexible approach, I found it very, very unique so that it can be applied to many. And that made me stick on to for dLife for long. And then when the course was launched, immediately I jumped on to do it, because that time I may have not foreseen that one day I'll leave my job and do full-time nutrition consulting. But nevertheless, I thought, let me have a certification with me. And and that is why I jumped on immediately. The moment the course was launched, I was there doing it. It has a lot of salient features which probably none of the other nutrition course across the globe has it.
Mm. So we'll talk about the course also now, Shashi. What are the highlights of the course and who should be doing this course?
See, anyone who has interest in nutrition should do one. Second, anyone who themselves have diabetes or blood pressure or let us say other condition like autoimmune disease, neurological, mental health of late, now we find the application is jumping up like anything on this segment. So they should also be doing. The others who can do is those who think, to have a parallel option. So if they are currently employed somewhere and they want to have a parallel option, they can think of jumping on later in life, they can do. There are some who are on verge of retirement, having deep interest in nutrition. Once they retire, they can do this because they can sit and do online. The other class of people who can do this are those registered dietitians and nutritionists. See, low carb is not taught anywhere in their curriculum. There is not even one page dedicated to low carb. And even if it is there, it is all outdated material. So I think even they should do low carb because we realize now low carb is now accepted globally. We have seen off late, there are a lot of case studies, randomized control trials coming on the application of low carb in mental health disease, in neurological disease, cancers, diabetes, it is already accepted. If you see, it has entered into ADA MNT, medical nutrition treatment, already back in 2019. Diabetes Canada also has it in their guidelines. Diabetes Australia also has. And in fact, very recently, Diabetes Australia also entered into agreement with Defeat Diabetes organization, which promotes low carb, and they have included low carb as one of the best practices in their guideline. So these are all the indications that low carb is accepted very well globally. In fact, not only diabetes segment, but if you see Obesity Medicine Association USA, they have always had low carb or ketogenic diet as one of the options to address obesity. So these are all mainstream. It is just that we do not know, and many people do not promote. So I think every dietitian, every nutritionist, every person who is interested in nutrition, everyone who has diabetes should actually do this course, and they can gain knowledge and they can reverse their own disease.
Wonderful insight, Shashi. Anybody who wants to enroll in this course, I mean, the would you talk about the support that you, as one of the mentors at dLife, you give to enrollees?
I think that is one of the crux which dLife diploma has, which probably none of the courses across the globe has, is you see the lot of resources are there. Okay, the entire forum is there. The forum has a lot of data in it. More than 3,000 success stories and more than 2,000 low carb Indian dishes are there. And the main advantage is there are a lot of others who can actually support you during the journey of learning. So there are a lot of mentors, including me. So when I joined initially as a member, so everyone coached me and they actually helped me reverse my diabetes. Similarly, now I'm there as one of the mentors who help other people when they join. They will have a lot of questions which we can address them. So one of our advantages, I can address them something from the medical angle also. I may be able to guide them. Of course, the medicines are always handled by their own doctors, but nevertheless, the understanding of medication is something which we can always give as to how it can be careful, which medication they have to be careful and all. And of course, a lot of others like me are there. They are experts in different segments. So each and every segment is actually covered very nicely.
Shashi, you quit your job in 2021 and now you started
2022.
practicing 22, and now you're practicing full time as a metabolic health coach and one of the most certified in India. Looking back, do you think that was a good decision that you made?
Yeah, yeah. See, let me tell you, I recovered the cost of spending on this in the first month itself. I left my job in on my last day in the corporate was 14th November 2022, and within a month I recovered the amount I spent on this course. And now I can confidently tell you that whatever I was earning there, I'm earning here, in fact, much more. So, so you can always do this. It offers the potential. The advantage is like you can work in your terms. Everything is online. So I have my consultation is not only India, it is global. So I have a lot of clients who are abroad working in, they are all staying in US, UK, Canada, Australia. So I have global consultation. Now the modern world has made it possible that, with all the Zoom connections or WhatsApp connection or Google Meet connection, I can consult anywhere with anyone anytime. Only thing is the timing has to be critical. So sometimes I connect early morning or late night also, depending upon the time zones. But everything is flexible and we can do.
Mm. And for those who want to know, we also have 19 doctors enrolled with us. We just interviewed Dr. Neha Sarvani. Shashi, would you like to put in a word on why it is critical to learn low carb nutrition, especially for those working in the healthcare industry, doctors and
See,
people like us?
see, um, it is commonly perceived that low carb means we'll get off all medication. No, that is not true. Very few people can actually achieve remission, or a number of them can also achieve remission. But there are a number of cases here who require both diet and medication. So let us say if a doctor wants to learn about low carb, they will be able to manage their patients very well. Now, current data has shown that in spite of multiple medications available, in spite of modern technologies available like CGMs, non-invasive measures, and a lot of other apps, the average control of blood sugar is still poor. The average HbA1c still lies around 8 or so, in spite of all resources. In spite of people earning money, they have resources, they have gyms, they have multiple new medication. There was a time 3 decades back, there was just metformin and sulfonylurea class of drugs. Now you have these and you have those vogliboses, you have those SGLT2 inhibitor, you have those gliptin class of drugs, glitazones, lot of insulin analog, and off late GLP-1 analogs. So lot of drugs are available, but still average control is very poor. The average HbA1c, in spite of medication, in spite of exercise, whatever you do, is around 8. So if doctors learn a bit about low carb diet, they can address something on this and they can get this down to closer to 6. This is my firm belief, and I think every doctor who actually manages diabetes should actually learn low carb nutrition. Each and every doctor should learn. It has to be mandated. It should be part of the curriculum.
Mm. Very well said. Shashi himself is a pill-free diabetic for the last 8 years or so, Shashi.
8.5 years.
8.5 years. Anup himself is a 14th year pill-free diabetic. So yes, there's a lot of scope for low carb, high fat diet. And therefore the course itself. I'll leave you with a bit of information on the course. It has the largest content on low carb nutrition and metabolic health, with 800 plus references, 200,000 plus words, 60 plus relevant videos, lifetime access to the course, 6 months additional access to the forum from the start of internship. There is no recertification clause. We are CPD UK, SO UK accredited with the global biggest 60 hours of credit. We are also the SMHP approved CMHE provider. On the forum, there are 3,000 plus combined success stories, 200 plus original low carb keto carnivore recipes, vegetarians too, and 150 plus podcasts, including the Metabolic Health Conferences 1 and 2. And we are one of the biggest libraries and a very robust forum of discussion with mentors like Shashi, Arun, Jasmeet, and Anu. So, Shashi, thank you so much for speaking with me. And I hope this gives a lot of clarity to so many people out there wanting to know how they can or why they should be doing this course. So I take your leave again, and I'll be back with yet another video, which will be as informative as this one. Thank you, Shashi. Thank you for
So
speaking with me.
thank you, Ira. Thank you, Anup, for inviting me for this review.